Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Paul George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's McCain in at the 2. And for Minnesota, they've got primetime. Julius Randle is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Maxey. Hands it from downtown. Primetime's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Timberwolves. Pass to Yabusele. Back to Maxey. Drummond passes to Maxey. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David.
First personal foul.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
The first one falls.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Both good from the line that time. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Randle. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Primetime. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Here's Maxey. 17 points in his last outing. Count it, good. Maxey's got his second basket of the game.
A pretty nimble guy. Maxey mixes up the defender with that dribble move to create space.
Here's Edwards. And McCain pulls it down.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Primetime. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammates.
Outside, Maxey. Tries from 10. Gobert with the block. And he's able to get it back. They get it back.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the 76ers. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Lets a floater go, and it's prime time missing. 76ers trailing. In the corner, George with it. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
There's the triple. And it's prime time missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's McCain. Edwards defending. The pass to Yabusele. 6 on the shot clock. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Down low, here's Randall. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, Randall is such a steady shooter. Interior defense just isn't enough to stop that shot.
George looking over the floor. Buries it from three-point range. George has got 7 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
In the corner, George with it. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Prime time, the pass to Randall. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Looks like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Pass to McCain. To the inside, Drummond kicks it out to Maxey. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here's George. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Pass to Yabusele. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here.
A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging about 26 points per, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And it goes down 2 points. 8 points for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here is Edwards. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Here's prime time. The three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Alexander Walker. Over George. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Timeout called the 76ers. And teams getting geared up, Greg, for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
Philadelphia shooting well, 50% from the floor. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Oubre, Andre Drummond is out there with Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at shooting guard. And that one drops for him.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, primetime in the last game against Phoenix was outstanding. He scored 35 points and was reliable as ever from distance. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. We'll see what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Now, here's Maxey. After the miss from primetime, trying to break that ice-cold streak. Maxey, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Edwards. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Maxey. Another miss by Maxey.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Primetime. Yes, that goes in. Primetime's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Drummond passes to Oubre. Back to Drummond. It's stolen by Edwards. To the paint, here's Alexander Walker.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Outside, Maxey. Pass to Oubre. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Randall passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Primetime. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside, and he's not going to start now.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Both free throws good from Randall.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And the 76ers call time here.
Well, he's been off the mark, and it's impacting his team's ability to put points on the board. He needs to reset his approach.
And a quick look at some of the numbers for him.
Make some noise.
Here's George. And he makes good on the layup. 9 points for Paul George.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Minnesota.
Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, Maxey. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Maxey's got 11.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Alexander Walker passes to Primetime. Tries from 10, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Maxey. Lets it go from deep. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. And it's Primetime missing.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Outside for George. No good with the triple. Timberwolves leading by 9. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Max. Here's Primetime. Knocks down the 3-ball. Primetime's got 19 points.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And here's Maxey following the 3 from Primetime. Pass to McCain. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Edwards. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Drummond. His last outing, he had 8 points, and the basket is good. And that's 15 points for Tyrese Maxey.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Primetime's shot is good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
That's tipped. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Here's Maxey. He's got 15. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? Now, here's Reed. 17 points in his last outing. Here's McCain. Randall with the block.
When Randall is engaged defensively, he can make some spectacular plays and really brings an intimidation factor to the game.
Here is Edwards. 6 points for him. Over Maxey. Edwards, no good.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
The feed to Drummond. In the corner, it's Oubre. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Tries it again. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Andre Drummond.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. And, Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean,
and so we conclude the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up by 15. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Primetime is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Randle no good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Now here's Maxey, guarded closely. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. And then on Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
The 76ers trail by 18. Here's Maxey. Drummond. Gobert pulls it in.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Here's Primetime. Drills the three-pointer. Primetime's got 28 points for the game. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
DA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand.
Hey, Drummond! Get in!
George, no good.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Primetime, the pass to Alexander Walker. Randle from outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Drummond passes to George. Back to Drummond. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Drummond's got 6.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
Drives to the hoop. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this league.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Oubre's checked in for the 76ers. The pass to Drummond. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First person to foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, that's a big body to mess with. Drummond's a handful.
The 76ers have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Drummond.
Well, he's one of the best rebounders we've ever seen. Drummond controls the defensive glass, and at the other end, he creates second-chance opportunities.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with loose ends.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist numbers.
Anthony Edwards.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. To the middle. Lays it up and off the glass. 9 points for Kelly Oubre.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Randall kicks to Edwards. Launches a three, and another three for Minnesota.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Caleb Martin's checked in for Yabusele. Oubre outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Instead, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated. No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Maxey looking it over. Edwards against Oubre. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
Here's George, and the shot goes in. 11 points for George.
And he takes advantage of whatever the defense gives. George can go to the finesse game if he has to.
Randall finds Edwards. Prime time. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. For Philadelphia, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Oubre outside. The shot comes out. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's prime time. 32 points in the game. No good. Shot missing. Outside, Maxey kicks to Drummond. Oubre against Edwards. Back to Drummond. Reed with the block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
76ers shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
To stop the drought, Primetime's shot is good. Primetime's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
One-on-one fast break. He tries for three, buries the long-range jumper. Primetime's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Timberwolves. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And it's Primetime missing. The 76ers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Martin. Doesn't go for him. Minnesota's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. And finished off by Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Maxey. And it's Primetime missing. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Boy, stand think of it. How many teams could use the defensive versatility that Caleb Martin brings to a team into the floor?
Yeah, look, Kevin, he's capable of guarding 4 positions on the floor, plays a lot bigger than his size would indicate, and gives his team a lot of flexibility with rotations.
Lineup here for the Timberwolves. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Martin. Yabusele comes in for George. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Caleb Martin. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Yabusele. He's out there with Andre Drummond. Kelly Oubre out there with Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2. Randall no good. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's McCain. Edwards defending. McCain's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. 76ers shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Pass to McCain. Connects from three-point range. McCain's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
Here's Primetime. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Takes a 3. Maxey, no good.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Gobert showcasing that athleticism.
Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams?
I do.
15 of them.
I know it.
And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Pass to McCain. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Edwards passes to Primetime. Back to Edwards. And McCain pulls it down. McCain's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves leading by 23. Here's Primetime. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Primetime's got 45 points.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. George is checked in for Kelly Oubre. Here's McCain. Pass to Maxey. Another miss by Maxey. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Maxey, no good. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Trying his luck from deep. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Philadelphia has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Here's Primetime. Offline with his 3. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Here's Maxey. That one, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 4 of 7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Randall down low. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A nice shot by McCain.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Randall passes to Primetime. From deep 3-point land, it's Drummond with the rebound. Philadelphia shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Yabusele. Clock at 6. And Drummond kicks to George. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Primetime.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
George with the ball. Edwards there, and George gets it to go.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Here's Maxey, and it's blocked. Randall surveying the D. To the paint, here's Primetime. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Assist from
Primetime's got 55.
Randall.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
We'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting your team. Please make sure you get home safely. And
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.